Hello, dear polymer clay enthusiasts. I'm Mihaela from Learn Polymer Clay, and I want to show you a quick and yet easy idea to make beautiful holographic boho clay earrings using, of course, polymer clay, and using as well beautiful filigree holographic earring findings. And in fact, I received these beautiful holographic earring findings from Beebeecraft, and I have a collaboration established with Beebeecraft, so please check the description below to see how you can collaborate as well with Beebeecraft if you have um, if you're interested and you have a number of subscribers. For this project, I'm working with white polymer clay that I've properly conditioned and passed through the largest setting of my pasta machine. Then I put gold metal leaf on top. I pressed it gently into the clay, and then I used the Mandala texture sheet, and I put everything through the pasta machine again, and this is the result. And I'm cutting in half, not really into equal parts, but I'm cutting the larger piece in half because I want to be able to make two earring components. And in fact, I'm folding this each piece in half, and thus I will have a textured embossed pattern on the back and on the front of the piece as well. And then I'm just going to use a petal shaped metal cutter to cut out the shape that I want to use with these fabulous holographic earring findings. Of course, when using cutters, I recommend you to use your tools or your fingers to smooth off the edges. And then I'm going to prepare a piece of baking paper because I'm going to use alcohol inks. In fact, I'm going to use Passion Purple Pinata alcohol ink, and it's going to be messy, so be prepared to use something to protect your working table. And I decided to use rubbing alcohol and dilute the color, which is very dark, as you can see. And in fact, I'm going to use a droplet from the resin kit um, that I've received also from Beebeecraft, and in fact is the flower mold that I used in another tutorial to make the stud flower earrings. But um, with the mold you receive also measuring cups and things to protect your fingers, and I want to thank you, the clay lover that explained to me about the things to protect your fingers when working with resin. And also you've got several droplets, um, and then you'll just have to use a brush and color areas of the component. And in some areas I've used the diluted color. On the bottom I've used the darker color, and then I just used the droplet to add a little bit more alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and then the colors will just blend together. Keep tissue paper handy because you might want to use tissue paper to remove the excess ink. And when you are working with embossed polymer clay, you will get these interesting effects onto the clay. I'm cleaning my brush because I want to use again diluted color, which is more magenta purple. Then I'm going to use this lighter diluted color to color the margins of the piece. Again, I'm using the brush. And I thought I could also color the back of the piece as well, because as you can see, I am going to use a finding with negative cutout spaces, so you will be able to see through the piece, to see the back of the clay components. So you should make sure that the back of the pieces is nice as well. So I flipped the pieces, and this is the back of the pieces, and I'm just adding color on the back as well. It is a very abstract pattern. You should allow for the ink to dry before flipping the pieces. And now it's time to check the pieces against the holographic iridescent boho um, findings. And in fact, they are so beautiful, and they shine in so many colors and shades that it was even more difficult to decide um, on a pattern for the clay components, that I didn't want it to be too much for these pieces, and I wanted to have a harmonious design. So I liked the pieces with the diluted ink, but then when I put them on top of the metal findings, I wasn't so happy with the look and the way they would fit together. So I decided to add more passion purple pinata ink straight from the bottle, which was a little bit courageous to do, because I could have destroyed the pieces, but then I'm trusting the process, and if I'm inspired to do something, I would go with the flow and trust that the result might be even better than what I had in mind in the beginning. And then you'll have to bake your pieces for 30 minutes in the preheated oven. I let them cool down in the oven, and it is recommended to use varnish to protect the metal leaf and also the inks. And then you'll just have to use a drilling tool or a hand drilling tool to poke holes in order to be able to attach the clay components and make the rings. And then you'll just have to use a jump ring, pliers, and earring findings, and put everything together into beautiful um, holographic statement earrings. Of course, you can use this idea and turn these components into pendants. Why not? They are large enough to be used as components for statement earrings, but also as pendants, as beautiful boho pendants. And I hope you've noticed the filigree hearts from these beautiful holographic um, earring findings. And these are the finished earrings, and I hope that you like this project, and I hope that you will use this inspiration in your work with polymer clay. Thank you, and stay tuned for more inspiration for work with polymer clay.